Read about this young man as he started to make national news a few weeks back. They called him the Steve Irwin of the Midwest. His name is Clark Westhoff, and he is a remarkable young man who not only likes to play with lizards and snakes, but actually takes it one step further and learns about them too. So again, remind me, just so I make sure, Clark, you're how old?
7.
7 years old. All right. So you are like my spirit animal, because when I was about your age, my sister and I, we lived in a place called Mount Laguna, California, up in the Cleveland National Forest, and we would spend our days running through the woods and the meadows looking for skinks and alligator lizards and salamanders and scorpions and snakes. But we never followed it with such a passion that you have. You really have a passion for learning about these little critters, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What got you first interested in them? I mean, I know it was a very, very early age.
When I was 2, I caught my first toad.
Has there ever been a time where he has come close to putting himself in real peril to the point where you want to pump the brakes on this?
I don't think there was a moment we were ever really scared. I know when he started showing interest in it, both Tara and I were pretty adamant on making sure he could tell the difference between safe and dangerous.
Yeah.
So we got him, some nature magazines and books and showed him some videos online and how to identify the snakes local to our area. And I mean, he's come across a copperhead before.
Yikes.
And it did not take him long to identify it and beeline it, pull a 180 and run the other ways.
So Clark, let's pretend for a second you and I are out in the woods looking for snakes. And how would, let's say I said, hey, Clark, come over here, I got a snake. How would you describe to me, how would you tell me whether it was safe to pick up that snake or whether I should leave it alone? Like, what signs should someone look for?
Only over here where I live, the venomous snakes have the triangular shaped head, and the non-venomous snakes have rectangle shaped head.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good knowledge to know. Are there any colors or markings I should look out for if I'm walking in your area and I come across a snake? Like, what are the dangerous snakes? Are there some markings I should look out for?
Most of the time, cottonmouths are really short and fat. Copperheads have these Hershey Kiss patterns.
Okay. That's a great way to describe it, because for instance, with spiders and brown recluse, they tell you to look for the little violin, or with black widows, they tell you to look for the hourglass. So Hershey Kisses is another one. That's really good because we're all familiar with what those look like, right?
Yeah.
How many new pets and friends do you have in the house, and where do they stay? Do they stay all in your room? Is there a spot in the garage?
I used to have 2 hermit crabs that lived in my room, and they died. I used to have 3 tadpoles, and they all died. And I have a bearded dragon, and I have about 5 toads and 1 snake.
Oh, what kind of snake?
King snake.
Okay. Do you have a favorite kind of snake?
I want to catch a sidewinder.
You want to catch a
Sidewinder. That's a cool snake. Mom, Dad, when you take Clark places for, let's say, weekend getaways, family trips, things like that, do they go sideways? Do you have every intention of, doing amusements and rides and attractions, and then all of a sudden, where's Clark? And Clark's off in the woods looking at things?
Absolutely. We went to Universal Studios about a year ago, so spent the day there, and that was nonstop. He would be in the bushes. He would be looking for lizards. Do you want to ride this ride? Nope, I found a lizard. It is like that 100%.
Listen, Clark, it was really great talking with you because, again, I feel like I'm looking back 40-ish years on myself, but you're doing a lot more with chasing lizards and bugs around than I did. I just picked them up and put them down. You're going one step further, and you're really educating yourself and all those around you about how important it is to take care of these animals and respect these animals, and I think that's super important. You keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.